Imagine leading the biggest club in the world to 9 trophies in just 3 years, with no prior experience as a senior coach. Zinedine Zidane did the impossible. From doubters to dominance, Zidane's Real Madrid didn't just win. They redefined what greatness looks like in football. This is the untold story of how Zidane's Real Madrid achieved an era of perfection and etched their names into football immortality. To grasp how Real Madrid came to dominate Europe, we must rewind to the 2014-15 season under the guidance of Carlo Ancelotti. This was a challenging season for Los Blancos, with no silverware to show for their efforts. They finished 2 points shy of Barcelona in La Liga, were eliminated by Juventus in the Champions League semi-finals, and exited the Copa del Rey in the round of 16. Despite these setbacks, Real Madrid dazzled on the pitch, boasting the highest goal tally in Europe. Cristiano Ronaldo delivered his most prolific season, yet for Real Madrid, near misses aren't celebrated. The bar is set at nothing less than absolute triumph. At this point, Barcelona was the world's dominant force, with the legendary MSN trio, Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and Neymar, leading them to an awe-inspiring treble. This heightened the frustration among Real Madrid fans. Additionally, the squad was undergoing transitions, with stalwarts like Xabi Alonso and Angel Di Maria departing and new faces such as Toni Kroos, Keylor Navas, and James Rodriguez stepping in. Amidst this, Zinedine Zidane began his managerial journey with Real Madrid's B team, Castilla, learning the ropes of coaching. As the 2014-2015 season concluded, Ancelotti was shown the door, and Rafa Benitez was brought in as his successor. However, the 2015-2016 season under Benitez quickly spiraled into turbulence. Although the squad was bolstered by Casemiro's return from loan and new signings like Mateo Kovacic and Marco Asensio, early results failed to convince. A 0-0 draw against Sporting Gijón in the opening league match was followed by 4 consecutive wins. Yet, cracks appeared when consecutive draws against Atletico Madrid and Malaga in September raised questions about the team's chemistry. November brought further woes, with a 3-2 loss to Sevilla and a crushing 4-0 defeat in El Clasico, Real's heaviest in 6 years. To compound their misery, they were disqualified from the Copa del Rey after fielding an ineligible player in the first round. In the Champions League, however, they excelled in the group stages, capped by an 8-0 demolition of Malmo, where Ronaldo scored 4 goals. By January, Real Madrid had slipped to third in La Liga. This led to Florentino Perez pulling the trigger on Benitez's tenure, and Zinedine Zidane was thrust into the managerial spotlight. The decision was met with skepticism. While Zidane was an icon as a player, his coaching credentials were untested. But the Frenchman silenced critics in his debut match, a commanding 5-0 victory over Deportivo La Coruña, highlighted by a Gareth Bale hat-trick. One of Zidane's first impactful changes was elevating Casemiro to a regular starter, stabilizing the midfield. While early results were mixed, Real Madrid found their stride in March, embarking on a remarkable 12-match winning streak in La Liga. This included a dramatic 2-1 victory over Barcelona at Camp Nou, halting their 39-game unbeaten run. Despite this resurgence, Real finished 1 point behind Barca in the title race. The true magic of the season unfolded in the Champions League. After dispatching Roma in the round of 16, they faced Wolfsburg in the quarterfinals. A shocking 2-0 loss in the first leg left them on the brink of elimination, but Cristiano Ronaldo delivered a hat-trick in the return leg to complete a stunning comeback. In the semi-finals, Real Madrid edged past Manchester City with a solitary goal across 2 legs, setting up a final against city rivals Atletico Madrid. Zidane's tactical acumen and the players' brilliance culminated in a dramatic encounter. Real took the lead through Sergio Ramos, but Atletico equalized late. The match went to penalties. Real Madrid were crowned European champions for an unprecedented 11th time. Ronaldo concluded the campaign with a staggering 16 Champions League goals and 51 goals overall, clinching the Ballon d'Or, while Zinedine Zidane marked the beginning of an era with his first of 3 historic seasons in charge. As Zidane prepared for his first full season at the helm, critics remained skeptical. Many doubted his ability to sustain success under the immense expectations that come with leading Real Madrid. Yet, Zidane's squad thrived under the pressure. The return of Marco Asensio from loan and Alvaro Morata's arrival added depth to the team. Gareth Bale, however, faced injuries and concerns about his attitude, prompting Zidane to rotate the front line more frequently. The season began with a bang as Real Madrid triumphed in the UEFA Super Cup against Sevilla. They carried this momentum into La Liga, winning their first 4 matches, and opened their Champions League campaign with a solid result against Borussia Dortmund. However, a run of 4 consecutive draws across all competitions tested the squad's resilience. On October 15th, Zidane's team responded emphatically, dismantling Real Betis 6-1, and began a winning streak. A month later, Ronaldo's hat-trick secured a 3-0 victory over Atletico Madrid, continuing their dominance over their city rivals. Real Madrid drew their first El Clasico of the season, salvaged by a late Sergio Ramos header. In December, they claimed the Club World Cup title, adding yet another trophy to their collection. Although their Champions League group stage campaign saw 3 draws, Zidane's side remained unbeaten but finished second in the group, setting up a tougher path in the knockout rounds. The 40-game unbeaten streak Zidane's men achieved was halted in January by Sevilla, marking their first defeat of the season. This loss was quickly followed by elimination from the Copa del Rey, ending their hopes for a treble. But the team's focus soon shifted to greater ambitions. In the Champions League, Real Madrid overcame Napoli in the round of 16 with ease, setting up a controversial quarterfinal against Bayern Munich. Ronaldo's heroics, including a hat-trick in the second leg, powered Madrid to a 6-3 aggregate victory, though questionable offside decisions marred the tie. The semi-final brought another showdown with Atletico Madrid, where Ronaldo delivered yet another hat-trick in the first leg, ensuring Real's place in the final despite a narrow defeat in the return leg. The La Liga title race went down to the wire. After a loss to Barcelona in April, Real Madrid found themselves neck and neck with their rivals. On the final match day, Ronaldo and Benzema secured a 2-0 win over Malaga, clinching the league title and heralding the end of the MSN era as the Zidane era fully took hold. The Champions League final against Juventus offered Real Madrid a chance to make history by becoming the first team to win back-to-back titles in the modern era. The starting lineup featured only slight adjustments, with Isco replacing Bale and Varane stepping in for Pepe. Ronaldo opened the scoring early, but Juventus equalized through Mario Mandzukić's stunning strike. The second half, however, belonged to Real Madrid, as Casemiro, Ronaldo, and Asensio sealed a commanding 4-1 victory. Ronaldo, who netted 10 goals in the knockout stages, was crowned Ballon d'Or winner again, and Zidane was recognized as the world's best coach. Real Madrid had solidified their position as Europe's finest. But for Zidane's squad, 2 Champions League triumphs weren't enough. They aimed for an unprecedented three-peat, determined to prove doubters wrong once again. As the 2017-2018 season began, Real Madrid bid farewell to Pepe, James Rodriguez, and Morata. Theo Hernandez joined the squad as Zidane faced yet another wave of skepticism. Yet, the team kicked off with victories in the UEFA Super Cup and Spanish Super Cup, the latter featuring Ronaldo's red card and subsequent 5-match ban. This disruption contributed to a rocky start in La Liga, where Real managed only 2 wins in their first 5 matches while Barcelona surged ahead. In the Champions League, Real Madrid faced tough competition in their group, including Tottenham Hotspur, who bested them to claim the top spot. Still, Ronaldo set a record by scoring in every group stage match. Domestically, Real struggled, trailing Barcelona by a wide margin and finishing 3rd in La Liga, 17 points off the pace. They also suffered a shock Copa del Rey elimination at the hands of Leganés. Yet, this season was never about domestic trophies. It was about creating history in the Champions League. The knockout stages of Real Madrid's European campaign began with a commanding 3-1 victory over PSG in the first leg, featuring a brace from Cristiano Ronaldo and a goal from Marcelo. In the return leg, Madrid secured a 2-1 win with goals from Ronaldo and Casemiro, comfortably advancing to the quarterfinals. This round brought a rematch of the previous year's final, as Real Madrid once again faced Juventus. What followed was a historic moment in football. In the first leg in Turin, Real Madrid delivered a masterclass, claiming a 3-0 victory. Ronaldo netted twice, and Marcelo added a third. However, it was Ronaldo's second goal, a stunning overhead kick, that stole the show. The moment transcended rivalry, as Juventus fans rose to their feet to applaud one of the greatest goals in the sport's history. Despite the emphatic victory, the drama was far from over. In the second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, Juventus shocked the world by leveling the aggregate score at 3-3 by the 60th minute. The match teetered on the edge of chaos until the 98th minute, when a penalty was awarded to Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up under immense pressure and delivered a thunderous strike into the top corner, ensuring Real's place in the semi-finals. Remarkably, Ronaldo had now scored in every single Champions League game that season, a feat that underscored his legendary status. In the semi-finals, Real Madrid faced Bayern Munich in a grueling tie. A 2-1 victory in the first leg and a hard-fought 2-2 draw in the second leg saw Zidane's men progress to their third consecutive final. This time, they would face Liverpool, a resurgent force in European football. Real Madrid's journey to the final had been their toughest yet, having defeated the champions of France, Italy, and Germany along the way. The final in Kiev was highly anticipated, with Liverpool enjoying a phenomenal season, spearheaded by Mohamed Salah. However, the game took a dramatic turn when Salah was forced off in the 31st minute following a controversial challenge by Sergio Ramos. While Liverpool fans cried foul, Real Madrid pressed on. In the second half, the match took a bizarre turn as Karim Benzema capitalized on a blunder by Liverpool goalkeeper Loris Karius to open the scoring. Sadio Mane equalized soon after, but Zidane had an ace up his sleeve. Gareth Bale, who had endured a strained relationship with the manager, was introduced as a substitute, and the game transformed. For minutes after stepping onto the pitch, Bale delivered one of the most iconic goals in Champions League history, an audacious bicycle kick that left everyone stunned. The goal drew comparisons to Zidane's own legendary volley in the 2002 final. Bale wasn't done yet. 20 minutes later, his long-range strike, aided by another mistake from Karius, sealed a 3-1 victory for Real Madrid. With this triumph, Real Madrid completed an unprecedented three-peat in the Champions League, cementing their place in football history. Ronaldo finished the campaign with 15 goals, while Bale emerged as the team's second top scorer with 21 across all competitions. Benzema followed with 11. Luka Modric was rewarded with the Ballon d'Or for his exceptional performances during the season and the World Cup, and Zidane was named Manager of the Year for a second consecutive time. Despite their success, uncertainty loomed. In post-match interviews, both Ronaldo and Bale hinted at possible departures. Ronaldo soon confirmed his move to Juventus, marking the end of an era. But the most shocking revelation came weeks later when Zinedine Zidane announced his resignation as Real Madrid's manager. This decision brought an end to the most successful chapter in the club's modern history. While Zidane's return to the club years later would not replicate the magic of this era, this legendary run remains etched in football lore. Zinedine Zidane's Real Madrid didn't just win titles, they created history. An unprecedented three-peat in the Champions League, legendary goals, and moments that will never be forgotten. But was Zidane's reign the greatest managerial achievement in modern football? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the next story on your screen, because the beautiful game is filled with legends waiting to be told. See you next time.